Uno, dos, tres. All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
Salutations, everybody. What is good?
Hola, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Media Hijack, episode number 75.
Yes, sir.
Today, our main topic, we're going to be talking about Bohemian Grove. Do you guys know what Bohemian Grove is? Bohemian Grove.
Yes, it's I think it's a site where rich people do butt stuff or something. I don't know what they do there. I
Not
really don't
just
know.
rich people, but powerful people.
Yes.
Come into an area in the woods doing God knows what.
Who knows? Do we really want to know?
And when we say like powerful people, we're talking about former presidents, CEOs of big companies like AT&T,
Yes.
Bank of America, Ford, even Warren Buffett is in there.
Actually, too, there's a person that also went there. There's a member who I think is he's almost like borderline Hitler with the things he's done around the world. I'll talk about him a little bit later, but he's done some atrocities around the world, and he's just chilling up in there. So we'll get to it on that one.
The weird thing about it is this is one of those clubs where you can only be invited to become a member.
Yeah, somebody's got to bring you, like somebody from the inside has to invite you in. I think they can have guests, but that's specific time. It's not any time you can just have a guest.
That's special.
But so you got to have some inside connects.
All right, so before we get started, if you guys want to buy some official Media Hijack t-shirt, Chris has one on today.
Yes, finally. I brought it back.
Head over to the MediaHijack.com, grab you an official Media Hijack t-shirt. Also, Reddit people, if you guys are Reddit users and you guys want to join our little community, you're welcome to join our Media Hijack community. Go there, post whatever you guys want.
Yes, I'm sharing more videos now. I'm more active on it than with the community. I'm dropping weird-ass videos.
You guys can post like topics if you guys want to talk about anything. Because I know like October, we're doing like
Halloween crazy
Halloween stuff, like spooky stories or scary stories or anything like related to Halloween, like any topics you guys want to talk about as far as like related to, Halloween. Like let's say that one ghost in Mexico. What was that shit? She walks by the beach and stuff. She's like a lady.
shit. It's a lot of lady ghosts.
Lenora.
Oh, Lenora. Oh, yeah. Okay.
We can talk about stuff like that. We can talk about like in Asia, they have this one creepy, scary ghost story, which is actually true, where it has like the headless ghost, but it's real. Like the person is alive in the daytime, and then at night their head comes off and it floats around. And we have a saying for this, like in my country.
Yeah, because I've heard the one you told me about Cambodia. Okay,
Yeah.
so I remember that one.
It's so scary because there's so much people that I know, real life, so OG Asian people out there in Cambodia that talk about this. They say this shit's real.
Legit.
They seen it themselves. They seen a floating head
That's old world
floating
shit,
throughout the village and shit.
That's old world people, man.
And
They
it
know what's up.
happens, and it happens to be somebody's like grandma or something because they were cursed. Like that generation was cursed by some shit. It's crazy, and it's still going on today.
I'm going to try to find some African lore because I've thought about trying to find ghosts for the black community this month. Like, hey, maybe black folks got like a ghost that we're scared of.
They
And
have a lot.
Man, we got Candyman, and that's about it. I don't know what else shit. I mean,
No,
that's
like the African?
no, Africa. That's what I need to go to
Yeah.
Africa for this. I need to step outside of my realm of the U.S. and
Yo,
go find
their
some-
shit is crazy.
I would assume they have some wild shit. So
Their shit is fucking crazy.
I'm gonna start looking at that more because, like I said, like for us as black people in America, we just got Candyman. That scared the hell out of me as a kid. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna look more into that because I know
Yeah.
they got some wild shit. They got to.
Yeah, in Africa, they got some crazy wild shit. And then even like in Mexico, of course, Mexico, they have some crazy like occult type rituals and shit with witches and stuff. Where even the cartels are afraid of these witches.
Oh my god, I've heard. Joe, let's do that. I've heard something like that before.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast about it. Yeah,
they don't fuck with them.
Yeah, he was talking about how like the Catholic Church, right? It's just a like a paint over the real type of
fuckery
cult.
going on.
Yeah, the real crazy shit.
I believe that. That's the good shit that you want to
Yeah,
see.
they don't show the real stuff But like you see the angels, right? But the angels are being held up by like these demons
standing on
these,
demon hand.
these black feathered tips, and shit holding them up.
Looking
But
like
you don't see that part in the picture because it's
can't do that.
Catholicism. But yeah,
They're not ready.
yeah, it's like a cover up. It's just like even if you want to become like an officer in Mexico and stuff, they do these type of rituals for the new employee to come in. Like they do what's that shit called, like a frat parties and shit.
Oh yeah, like hazing, the hazing parties.
Yeah, they do like hazing rituals, but he was like the hazing rituals always involve blood all the time. Like they're always cutting this fool, right? This is to get into like an official like
legit club.
Like to be in to be one of the officers in the Mexico thing.
Oh, the cartel and shit.
No, not the cartel. The regular Mexican police department.
Oh, the federales and shit. Or whatever the fuck you call them, whatever.
The normal ones.
Oh, damn.
They go through that. They go through some hazing shit.
Just be a B cop?
Yeah. They were going through like tunnels, right?
They were cool.
They were going through like tunnels, right? He was like undercover. He was going through tunnels and had like the Geiger radars and shit.
Oh, radiation shit.
To detect radiation stuff. He was like, hey, like, should we even be down here? Like, if they have stuff like this down here, like, what are they? Are they running nukes down here?
Yeah.
Are they like what are they doing? Why are there Geiger radars out here? Geiger, how you it?
Geiger counters, I think. Yeah. Geiger counters.
Geiger counters and shit. He was like, why is this down here? If this is down here, then I'm pretty sure they're running nuclear shit down here.
Like, hey, SA, why the fuck is this thing beeping real fast? This Geiger counter. It's just, are we gonna be all right?
But yeah, Halloween stories like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Also, if you guys want to catch a replay for this video, head over to our YouTube channel and catch us with the new video camera. Yeah. We're clear. We're more clear now.
Yes.
We're more clear. We got more views than the last one. I don't know how, but
because we look good.
They're like, hey, we can watch this now. It's watchable.
I can read their shirts now. I like it.
Also, iTunes people, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe on our iTunes. Give us that 5-star. Leave us a comment. Subscribe. And yeah, every week, new episode.
Every week.
New episode every Wednesday. It drops every Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, y'all got some time. Y'all got some time for us.
Yep. All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove.
What exactly is Bohemian Grove?
Ooh, can I do my
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Okay, so before we start, guys, sometimes when I do research about stuff for this podcast, it takes place at a location. I like to look up Yelp reviews for it. So I looked up Yelp reviews for Bohemian Grove, and this shit had me rolling. All right. All right, so I'm going to start with the first, and I'm sorry, not Yelp review, Google review. I'm sorry. The first guy on his Google review, right? His name's Jonathan Lovich. He says...
So Bohemian Grove, before you start,
it's
like a national park type of location,
Yeah, it's I think it's in the middle of Cali. Famous for a bunch of trees, especially I think the third largest tree in the world, which is this giant ass like redwood tree, and that tree is humongous, and maybe a giant owl lives in that shit. I would assume that tree is very massive, but it's all within the same area. It's a really big spot, especially right now. It's been going through some hell lately, at least I think close to where Bohemian Grove is at with the wildfires in Cali. It's been kind of reaching out there a little bit or getting close to it because the third largest tree in the world over at Bohemian Grove, they've been wrapping it up in like some kind of it looks like tin foil, but I think it's kind of like a protective
from the lightning.
No, from either lightning hitting at the bottom or something and starting a fire. Because if that tree goes out, that's bad for the whole area.
I always wondered about that, like when they wrap up trees with foil, like what is the purpose?
I'm guessing like to absorb electricity or something. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe like fire retardant to keep the tree from setting on fire. Because I know when you see some firemen wear like these silver outfits or whatever when they go through fire or something like that, I guess it's supposed to, I don't know, protect them from the heat. I'm assuming. So
I was wondering about that.
Yeah,
I thought it's like some type of grounding type of thing to keep the tree grounded. I don't know.
Maybe I might be wrong, folks. Too. You might be right too. Who knows?
I might be way off because when I think with my little kid brain, I'm thinking like electricity. Okay, metal, it conducts electricity. So I was like, okay, why would they want to attract these lightnings?
Yeah.
But the thing about lightning, right? It comes from the ground up. It doesn't come from the sky down. It starts from the ground up. Yeah.
Lightning comes from the ground and not from the sky?
Yeah, it comes from the ground. Then it goes up.
That makes no sense.
No, yeah, because it creates a connection. And with the ground, after it creates the connection, it comes from like from the ground up.
Oh,
yeah.
And it goes to the sky? Oh,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So how come when you see like lightning come out of the clouds, and what does that do then?
This is like they're making connections within the clouds. But if it's like a like lightning from the ground, it's actually coming from the ground up.
I never heard that shit. Damn.
Yeah, look it up, guys. I'm not making it up.
No, I believe you. That's new to me. It
happens so
crazy.
fast that it looks like it's coming from the sky, but it's not. It's from. It makes the connection from the ground, and then it comes from the ground up.
I could see how I could miss it because it moves at light speed, like that shit. You'd be like, oh, okay, it came from the sky, but in reality,
yeah, it's actually
reverse.
Yep,
reverse. Okay, so apparently this area of where Bohemian Grove is at, it's like this family-friendly place, supposedly. Well, not so much Bohemian Grove, but the park that it's in is family-friendly and whatnot. And so there's people that may set up reservations there, and some of these people go there and probably try to get as close as they can to Bohemian Grove, but it's like stacked up with like security and whatnot. So
one reason why they beefed up the security is because Alex Jones.
Yes, I was going to test on it a little bit after I was going to do that a little bit with after this one review.
After he was able to get in, they fucking said, "Hey, we have to cover all our tracks. We got to block every area." This
has never happened before ever. Okay, so this one guy named Jonathan Lovich, right? He leaves a review and he says, he basically starts off his review saying, "Let me dispel some of the crazy myths that are told about this place once and for all. Number one, they do not sacrifice children, only infants."
Whoa! So infants are different from children.
Number two, this is a real review. I swear, you can go to shit. This type in Bohemian Grove, there's a review. This is one of the first ones. Number two says, "There is no talking about world domination. Who wants to talk about work while on vacation?" Number three, there are absolutely no satanic rituals. They prefer to use the more politically correct term of "no evil left behind." And it says, despite all the rumors that members there insist upon secrecy and privacy, it's simply not true. In fact, virtually all the attendees sit on all the boards of mass surveillance firms. And so that was a stupid ass one. It started strong, but ended weak.
But that was a joke, though, right?
This off as a joke. I thought I was going to end up being better. One guy says, "When I got there, all the orphans had already been eaten. Would not recommend." That was one of the.
These are all trolls.
Pretty much all these trolls, I guess. I'm assuming.
Yeah, these are all trolls, like posting Yelp reviews on Bohemian Grove.
Pretty much. More of the more positive ones saying like, "Hey, this park's really fucking nice." Those are the real ones. Because this is a beautiful spot. I even Google Earthed it. I was like, okay, this is really nice.
Yeah, it's a nice little nature spot to get kidnapped.
But like you were saying before, with Alex Jones and Tyson, that guy, the Skull Patriot or some shit. He wore like a skull mask, and I think he's trying to run up into the area, and they caught his ass. But he had like a sword and some guns or some shit. But apparently he said like, look, Alex Jones was saying like, they're eating kids. I try to save them.
No, he didn't say all that about like when they first like infiltrated the Bohemian Grove rituals and stuff.
I thought that's what the guy said. The guy that ran up in there like in 2001 or some shit.
Maybe later, but not like whatever the hell he caught there on video and stuff, because he didn't catch on video where they were actually doing a sacrifice of somebody's real body.
Oh shit!
It was just like what they call a effigy, a euphagy.
Effigy.
Yeah, of a human body where they were doing a sacrifice, but it wasn't like a real body. But he was able to record all that shit.
Oh,
because he snuck in with like a camera guy. The camera guy recorded the whole ritual, and it's fucking crazy. Usually when they do this ritual in the beginning, like it's like you're like blasted past, like you're in some time Roman times and shit where they're about to do some crazy ass ritual,
old world shit. We gotta appease the gods. We gotta make the gods happy, or we're dead.
It's like, you fools! You think you can get rid of me this easy?
Where is my baby? Where's my sacrifice, baby?
You cannot get rid of something that's not alive. I was like, oh shit!
All right.
Holy shit!
Okay, so you're here to
Philosopher ass.
stay. So
you cannot kill what is not even alive. I made that part up, but shit, it's like that.
but no, I was like, okay, he's here to stay. Like, all right.
Well, shit, you cannot touch with something that can't be touched.
All right, here's your kid.
Take your baby back.
Oh shit. No, so I know. So with the Bohemian Grove, right? So what they got going on over there? Basically, it's like the secret spot that these rich elitists from around the world they go up there and meet. Some of the media tries to downplay it as teehee. They're just rich guys probably doing like stupid college shit or whatever. They always downplay what the fuck they doing over there. You have some of the worst fucking people on the planet going into one spot and making these business deals. Now, one of the rules that they do have there is that you're not allowed to do networking with each other. So, like, if the members show up, like, hey, we all here.
But that happens.
But it happens all the fucking time. That's one of the biggest things I think that's why it exists. It's like for networking purposes. So they already break one of their damn rules already off the back. So ain't no telling what other wild shit they got going on over there. I know one of the members they had is was Richard Nixon for sure, and Ronald Reagan, who was both the trash.
Yeah, we can get into this like more deeper. Let me take like a real quick bathroom break.
Okay.
And then we'll get into this. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, we're back. All right, okay, so we're gonna start on this Bohemian Grove from the beginning. All right, so the Bohemian Grove serves as a camp for the most powerful men, politicians, CEOs, and even former presidents of the United States. Like, for example, Bill Clinton, Reagan, Nixon. Who else? Oppenheimer. Is Oppenheimer a president?
George Bush Part 1.
George Bush Senior.
Actually, I think Junior and Senior went there.
Both
maybe.
of them. They're in there. Yeah.
Because I know both of them are Skull and Bones. So I mean, I'm assuming if you in Skull and Bones, you probably got some. I think a lot of shit is connected.
You got some pulls.
You got some pull to get into.
Yeah, to get into the Bohemian Grove Club and shit. Because this is one of the clubs where you can actually make shit happen, like within the world.
Real shit.
This is like a world meeting at this one location. It's fucking crazy. I think like the new one is not in Bohemian Grove no more. The new one would be the meeting that they have yearly now, where they discuss like Agenda 21 and stuff.
Yeah.
What's that shit called?
Is the one where they're in the sub? Shit.
No. Like they pick like random locations. Like I think the last one was in North Carolina.
Oh shit! I'm gonna get that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, we did talk about Agenda 21 before. Well, not on this podcast per se, but I think we talked about it on the OG podcast. Yeah, what are they moving at now? I don't know because Bohemian Grove got blown up. That spot is done. They gotta find a new.
Yeah, there was another meeting shit that they have like yearly. I forgot what it's called, but it's we talked about it before.
Yeah, we have. That's what I'm trying
it's
to
like
remember.
A yearly thing, and then they couldn't do it last year because of COVID and stuff. But they usually do it every year, and the security is so beefed up and shit.
It's like, nah, yeah, we need like these rich people these rich people that control.
Yeah, it's like a Rothschilds meeting, like big bankers and everything, big politicians, big people that have a lot of money.
That make this decisions for us
and stuff, and yeah, they decide what's gonna happen for the next year and shit.
They're like, okay, who can kill more people, guys? Let's do it.
I forgot the name. But yeah, so Bohemian Grove is like a location in the ancient redwoods in Sonoma County, California. They do this ritual once yearly for 2 weeks in July. So for 2 weeks every year, they meet up in July in this redwood forest in California, and they do these crazy rituals. It's like where all the big dogs in the world, they all meet up and they could do hood shit, whatever the fuck they want. It's like a fair game.
Yeah, I think
they could do whatever the fuck they want.
Because at first, I think in the beginning they started with bringing like painters and people of that artistic lifestyle there, and then
that's what like Bohemian means.
Yeah,
it's like artistic people, like people that think like outside the box, and
then it became this rich boys club, and it just morphed into, hey guys, let's talk about the fate of the world, and
because it did start like in the 1800s, 1872.
Yeah, 1872. Yeah.
So like this location expanded to 2,700 acre land, As the member grew over to 2,500 members and ranged from former presidents, high-ranking military officers, politicians, and some club members are like we were talking earlier, like would be like top CEOs for big companies like Bank of America, AT&T, T-Mobile, whatever. What else? Ford, maybe Honda. I don't know, some Japanese company. Like any top CEO guys, they would be invited to these type of crazy meetings because this is the only way they can get their company off the ground.
Yeah, they just got to get some backing.
Yeah, they have to
financial backing.
Yeah, they have to get some type of shit. Like somebody else has to back you, right? Because you guys all fall on each other.
Yeah, everything costs money in this world. I don't care what. If you're trying to get something started, money.
Like, if you want your shit to blow up, guess what? You have to go to this meeting, this special meeting.
And they're gonna watch you. They're gonna see how you are. They're gonna see if they're gonna back you on your shit.
They'd be like, what? You want AT&T to blow up? Guess what? Hey, we invited you to our meeting. Hey, go there. Like, if you're cool, whatever. Like, you can get connections because you know how they say there's no networking, but there is networking going on.
That's all they do there.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's how they bring companies back to life and stuff and shit.
It's like Shark Tank, but fucking crazier.
Let's say like Apple was like that, because Apple at one time Apple did fell apart. Right? Steve Jobs had to leave his own company. He didn't leave; they kicked him out of his own company.
Yeah, they gave his ass a boot.
So Apple was falling apart. Like they couldn't compete with Microsoft because at that time Microsoft was more user friendly.
Yeah.
Apple was like, hey, Apple's just too like, we can't get with the program with Apple. It's too like a lot of the shit's too strict, you know. We can't really do much with Apple. Then I don't know what the fuck Steve Jobs did. He went to Tibet. He got enlightened and shit. He did his own thing, and I don't know, like maybe he was like, okay, am I invited to Bohemian Club now? I don't think it was like that though. I think he was like, I am Bohemian Club.
I was just about to say that. I was thinking like how he is. His first reaction be like, I'm gonna start my own club. Like, I don't need you motherfuckers anymore.
So he took. I'm pretty sure like I don't think he got ever invited to Bohemian Club. No. Because like not only like it's like an invite only shit. Like even if you're invited, there's like a wait list.
Yeah, this shit lasts for years.
The wait list is like 33 years. Yes. Come on, how long can you live?
And here's the crazy thing too. So the wait list to get in, or at least to on some level, just be entry level, 33 years. But it takes 40 years just to reach a level of. There's like a certain rank you reach after 40 years. But it's further down the line. But so you have to wait 30 years to you get some kind of like low level shit, and then another 40 to on top. Like you'll be dead before you can even make any real moves in that. And I would assume within that structure,
it's almost like you got to be born into like a power.
Yeah, you got to. That's how they keep it, man. That's how you solidify. The power structure. The people that run shit.
That's why when you're born,
make it hard for everybody to get it.
You're born with that power blood, that royale blood and shit.
Yeah,
you already get like you're already up there, VIP, the front one in the line, because you're born in that.
Oh, it says 40 years of membership. The men, because this is all men group. If we didn't explain this before,
yeah, no females.
No females.
No Hillary Clinton, she's not there.
She could be maybe an associate.
She's back,
but she ain't like no. She ain't got no seat. She's
yeah.
But they say like after 40 years of membership, that's when the men earn like the name Old Guard, which is status giving them reserved seating at the Grove's daily talks. Right, they talk about all the prerequisites. Like they make all these kind of fucking plans at the table that even I'm sure other members within it don't even know what really happens at the seating.
Talking about like all the wild stuff that they do out there.
Not so much the wild stuff. I always feel like because I always see, at least to my opinion, how I see the structure of places like Yale and Harvard and all this other type of stuff. It seems to me that the Grove, Grove Street, CJ, Grove Street, with Bohemian Grove, it seems like it's a type of structure that somebody who went through Harvard and Yale, or any kind of upper echelon schools that probably went through hazing or whatever, it seemed like this is like the granddaddy of it all. Like the school, like, hey, because they a lot of these people that go to these places anyways, more likely Yale graduate, Harvard graduates. They're not like, more high school graduates. Or, like, you know what I'm saying? This is like a top echelon motherfuckers that got lineage in this country.
Yeah.
And they always going to have it. And, hey.
That's how they be getting in there, huh?
Gotta have some money.
Yeah, you gotta have some money. Because I heard, speaking of money, like, for you to actually get in there, like, to, like, put in your application is like $25,000 to $30,000.
Yeah. That's just off rip, like off top, just for that shit. That's
that doesn't even guarantee you could even get in.
That is just a maybe. You could flip a coin on it. That's the average salary of most Americans, right there.
Yeah, because barely John Cena could barely get in there.
Who? John Cena?
Yeah.
What?
Even if he had money or whatever, it's because you know how it's so strict like that, right? Like it's like a personal invite type shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, The Rock is in though.
Man, he been there.
That's why he got that tattoo.
That's why he got the bull.
He said
tattoo.
It's a Brahma bull, but that's a goat head.
That shit like a bull.
That's a sacrificed goat head.
It was blue too. Do you have like any kind of connections to blue too? Because it's like the blue Brahma bull tattoo or some shit. Was it? I think it was blue. I might be wrong.
It's a dead goat.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So the definition of the Bohemian is a person who's interested in art, music, literature, all that fun hippie stuff that we're into, like free thinking type people.
Yeah, that's the dark side of free thinking.
No, this is how it first started.
Yeah, okay.
Because it started out innocent. Because it actually started like in San Francisco with like journalists and stuff. Like they said, hey, let's just create like our own group and stuff, like where people who really thinks different from like how the media is.
Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck the normies.
Yeah. So they created this shit back like in 1872. Mm-hmm. And then they had like some of the journalists, they pretend to be like some actors and stuff, like when they were doing like Bohemian rituals. So there's people in the group that they would act like a part of like a type of rituals where, I don't know, I guess they do like some type of sacrifice and shit. But then one thing that was crazy, well, not crazy, but they picked like their mascot to be like an owl, and they made like this 40-foot owl. Huge owl.
Shit.
Yeah, huge 40-foot owl in the middle of the woods, like all covered like in stone and stuff. Like it's crazy, and they worship this owl like
fucking kaiju, man. She looks like Godzilla, man.
Like an owl god. It's wild.
Just chilling.
But yeah, back then it was like an innocent club, like for people who think differently, like intellectual people.
Yeah, it was like a subculture. It's that type of shit where
subculture.
Like you normies, this is for us free thinkers. Like you said, like free thinkers that think beyond that, and then somehow
it got corrupted.
Yeah, somehow money, like usually how shit happens, money probably got caught up in it, and then
Richard Nixon just joined the chat. Like what the fuck, Richard Nixon?
He fucks it up.
That's crazy.
Lets everybody in. I'm like, okay, so now it becomes like I said, like it changes from being this thing for outsiders to where they're the elites of above everybody else. And look, money. I get money is a very attractive thing, but holy shit, it can corrupt everything, even good honest shit that started out like this in the beginning.
Yeah, even like all the people that goes in like with a lot of money, like let's say they're like a lot of billionaires, right? But it's more than just being like a billionaire. Like even in that club, even if you come in as a billionaire or like a president, when you're in the club, right? Like within those 2 weeks you're doing the ceremony and stuff, you're nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, like let's say Biden would walk up in there or Clinton or whatever, whoever's
who
the
are
recent,
you in the streets? You don't mean shit
they're
here.
like, they look at Biden, they just walk past him like it's nothing. It's like that because the power structure is different.
That's the best way to build a power structure. For anybody that knows me, when you join the military, same type of thing. You join there, whoever the fuck you are before you join the military, to leave that shit behind. You're not even an individual. You are part of this system that this structure that we have built, this ranking structure. And right now, when you just first join in, you could have been like drug kingpin on the streets. That shit does not matter within our structure. You are the lowest of the fucking low, and you gotta put in your time eventually get up to this. That's less than 1% of.
That's how it
reality.
Is at Bohemian Grove.
There you go.
Once you clock in there, boom, you're nobody. Like, oh, okay, a president just joined. Okay, whatever. Okay, a president of Egypt just joined.
Whatever.
Okay, whatever.
It's like Biden gets there.
Can we do the ceremony now?
It's like Biden gets there and they're like, "Sup, loser?" Pff, slaps his books out of his hand and shit. He's like the new guy. He's like,
he's like, but I'm old.
Oh, stuttering Biden, get up. Kick his books all over the place. He's just like, but he's the president of the United States. They treat him like shit.
They'd be like, hey, you let them talk to you like that on the news? And there'd be like other people from other countries and shit.
You suck. They treat him like shit there, probably.
We're going to have some changes now, you know?
Hey, this ain't America over here. What is out here? Maybe out there that's America, not here. Like behind these walls, this is our shit.
So for 2 weeks, they talk about like whatever they want. What is crazy also, like in this 2 weeks, like there was also a time when they talk about building the atomic bomb, the Manhattan Project.
Yes, they did.
They spoke about the Manhattan Project during this Bohemian Grove ritual, not ritual, but when they were doing their whole ceremony within 2 weeks and stuff.
Yeah.
They talk about building the bombs and shit with certain type of governments, military leaders and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they're already planning this whole shit with the bomb in Japan and everything with the atomic bombs. Yeah. They're already deciding this. They decide this during this meeting at Bohemian Grove, which makes the Bohemian Grove so fucking crazy.
Even crazy. Because
the top leaders, top everything, like from all around the world, they're all talking about this shit.
Imagine if you will, the type of conversation. Like, what the fuck leads to a conversation about, hey, you know, we should build a bomb that can when it blows up, there's nobody. It's just it leaves shadows on the walls and shit. Like Hiroshima and Nagasaki, just like people like the old man shadow. Like
right.
What thought process do?
There has to be an alien.
It's insane.
There has to be some outside alien force in that meeting also talking about that.
Do you have a theory on that with outside aliens?
Yeah, it has to be like an outside alien force that's in there, like that's you're pretending to be like a human, but they're also putting their input on how humans can destroy stuff. Like, hey, I know a guy that can make this bomb. You know? Come on, like who would influence somebody to fucking create a bomb like so destructive that it can destroy a fucking country?
One of the main things they use as a term for when nuclear bombs are first being created, scientists would say is like the equivalent of holding like the power of the sun in your hands. Mm-hmm. Okay, so at Bohemian Grove, say that there's an alien, right? So he's disguised as a human. He's like, hey guys, you guys got some good ideas, but I know somebody that can give you like the power of the sun. Who introduces that to motherfuckers? And then they're like, you know what? Let's get it. Let's see how this shit looks.
That's why we're like level 1 humanity. Like as far as advancement, we're categorized as level 1. Yeah. And level 1 would be like people that can harness the power of sun energy. Mm-hmm. And it's clear that we can harness the power of sun energy through like basic shit. Atomic nuclear weapon. I wouldn't say it's basic. It's really complicated math and shit. I don't think any normal human did come up with this shit. Because I was looking into like other stuff and how like Einstein, whatever was coming up with it, he was saying like all these calculations came to him like in his head naturally, with another scientist. Same shit. It was almost like they weren't out here in the lab like doing all this crazy work. All this shit came to them, and they were able to create the formula to create the atomic bomb and shit. But the whole shit was planned out in Bohemian Grove before all this shit happened. Sure, yeah, they wanted this to happen. Like that's why I was saying maybe there might be like an alien force that infiltrated Bohemian Grove as an invited member and shit. And he put his input on, hey, here's what you guys can do to destroy other countries.
To wipe out fucking humanity.
And eventually you wipe out the whole earth if you guys choose. Horrible.
You know? He's like, we're going to give you guys this weapon, but it says like a test from aliens. Okay, guys, we just gave them the idea how to build this weapon. Let's see what they do with it. Mm-hmm. Surprisingly,
let's see how responsible they are.
So far, we've been good, I would say. But I don't know. They've been detonating, like shooting that shit into like... I'm a conspiracy theorist that believes in they're shooting nukes into Jupiter. I think they're trying to restart the sun. I don't care.
Where'd that come from, though?
No, I'm talking about from the nukes, like the technology. Like we're using nukes to like do a lot of shit now in weird ways, and I think they gave it to us, and they're just sitting back and let's see what they do.
See what we do.
And we do. It's like if you've given like a toddler a gun, you're like, okay, like this kid is being kind of reckless, but
here's the crazy thing about like nuclear weapons and stuff. Like even though like all these countries have access to nuclear weapons, they have the power of nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
What every country is saying is that all of their nuclear weapons is not active.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. I remember you brought. Yeah.
All of their nuclear weapons is inactive.
Shit.
Like even if they said, "Hey, let's nuke so and so country," they can't do it because for some reason they can't activate the nuclear weapons.
They turned them off.
So for some reason, if you're looking deeper, like there's some alien force behind all this, stopping the activation of nuclear weapons because it's not like they're watching over us. They don't want us to destroy not only this Earth, they don't want us to destroy like other realities. Because they say when nuclear bombs are activated in this world, it doesn't only affect this Earth, but it affects other realities.
It sounds like a ripple.
Yeah, it's like a ripple effect within different realities. So they're like, you guys can't fucking do this shit because you guys are not only destroying yourself, you're destroying like other people that didn't ask for this shit.
Yeah.
In other different realities.
But, hey man, you guys.
Because it does affect this shit.
Hey man, like these bombs are detonating, but this radiation is giving cancer to somebody that lives in another reality. Like
right.
Like they're just getting cancer.
In the other reality, they didn't do nothing wrong, right? So let's say like they had like a park where the kids are playing. They're like, hey, guess what? You can't play at the park no more because it's all radioactive for some reason. They're like, oh, I don't know why.
And scientists don't know why. They're just
scientists, they're like, what the fuck? My mind's a boggle. This shit's like paranormal shit.
Scientists are like, science? Maybe we don't.
Yeah, they're like, oh, question mark.
Maybe a billion years ago when the Earth was hit by like some long ass stretched out shit.
They're like, we don't know why there's radiation there. And then, meanwhile, on Earth, we're the one over here fucking blowing shit up in random ass locations and shit, and different realities are being affected. Now, other realities are being. They have to deal with that shit.
Do you know? Okay, this is somebody I've heard about for years, right? Out of all the people that was there, including with the Manhattan Project, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they created an atomic bomb, killed thousands upon thousands of people with that shit, right? There's still one person there who is the worst of the fucking worst out of any. He is responsible for the death of more lives taken by the atomic bomb than anybody. Do you know who this person is that's there?
What?
This guy, this is why I follow politics a lot. This is a man, right? His name is Henry Kissinger. Mm-hmm. He's one of the big members there. If I'm not mistaken, when he was like right now he's still alive too. Somehow these with these guys. So with Henry Kissinger, how he is like he's a guy that was born like a way long time ago. He's like in his 90s now, whatever. He probably gonna live forever, but he's a guy that was raised as like a Jewish, he's a Jewish guy, and back during World War II, he was like a teenager, and him and his family had to escape Germany because they was gonna get wiped out by Nazis, right? That's his origin story, right? You would think he would grow up to be like this very good person, has some type of humanity. So sometime he winds up joining politics, and he winds up becoming this Secretary of State and part I think in charge of like America's national security.
Yeah, I know.
That this man he's responsible for so many fucking deaths. Like what was going on with the massacre in Cambodia with Pol Pot.
Yeah.
Harry Kissinger was like the mastermind behind it. Like he was the one having the U.S. help fund him to set up the minefields and all that stuff. Like he made things.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, he is what Hitler is to the Jewish community. To me, is what Harry Kissinger is to Cambodia, because they like a quarter of the Cambodian population got wiped out because he was helping fund all this shit to wipe them out. Horrible fucking human being. And I think back
it's not just Pol Pot doing all that shit.
No, this is America backed that shit. America paid
they
funded Pol Pot to do that shit. But Harry Kissinger, who was a member of this motherfucking Bohemian Grove,
that's mind-blowing. He
is the guy that was behind it, because I think at the time when Nixon was president, or when Reagan, one of them, whoever was running shit, might have been Reagan. No, might have been Nixon. Sorry. They told him, hey, you know what? This whole shit with Vietnam and Cambodia, I think it was Nixon. It's too much going on. Henry Kissinger, we're gonna give you free reign to do whatever the fuck you want. Just deal with it. And he's like, okay. So then he started performing. He had the U.S. military perform bombing runs for years, like just flying over and blowing up Cambodia. And then when the people were trying to escape, minefields. But all that was funded by U.S. shit. And Henry Kissinger was funding it the whole time. He is a horrible fucking person.
Holy shit.
One of the worst of the worst. That's why I tell people to follow politics, follow motherfuckers like this, because when I first heard about Henry Kissinger was back in the late 2010s, maybe 2010s era or whatever. Obama had given him like a little medal. Like, hey, you get like the something
Why
medal.
does he get the medal though?
Because he's been in politics for fucking years, and he shaped the world it is today. But he has turned countries and almost wiped out. To me, I feel like if 25, like for me as a black man, if a quarter of the population of Cambodia got wiped out because of him, if that shit happened in America right now with black folks, I would think we'd be on a level of extinction. That's scary as shit. 25% of our race gets wiped out, or a culture or anything is wiped out. That is scary shit. But he is responsible, and that's just. I think they say 1.5.
This is crazy because this happened almost like in our same lifetime that we're alive.
Yeah. This is not long ago, folks.
It's not long ago. Like it happens like in the round like 70s or something.
Yeah, and I remember I know your story, and that's why I was like, holy fuck, I know about Henry Kissinger because I heard about what happened over there.
Yeah, so we can get like deep into like
this shit.
Like,
Yes, we can get real deep.
Like what happened like with Cambodia, how all that shit got corrupted and shit from Pol Pot to how he was having like pretty much like their own concentration camp type shit.
This was the equivalent of that of.
And this is what
Nazi
like
shit.
Like if Bob is in there, like we already know like this is what our parents escaped from.
Yes, that shit. Yep.
They escaped from this shit. They went to like Thailand and stuff. And from Thailand, they fly to like San Francisco. All for us to be here.
Yep.
And they escaped that crazy fucking war.
But it started with Henry Kissinger. That he was like the puppet pulling the strings behind it. But he is one of the members of Bohemian Grove. So and that's
crazy.
And that's not even just Cambodia, because this stuff where he started with Chile, Central America, which is why a lot of people in America keep complaining about, man, why are these Mexicans crossing the border? They're coming from Central America because shit that he was getting involved in. And he was shit that he was making America get involved in, and the CIA and all this type of stuff.
Called all the shots.
Dude, he ruined people's fucking lives and had them run over here to the point where it's overwhelming to the country at this point. But that's the shit that he's created. But Obama gave him a medal. Hey, you know what?
It's crazy how one person
gave that all this fucking power to do all this, take millions of lives, more than an atomic bomb. I shit you not.
That membership for Bohemian Grove
is deep.
It's powerful.
It's deep, man.
It's deep and powerful, and you can shift the whole how the world rotates.
And that's just one man, mind you. I didn't even talk about Reagan or Nixon with the shit.
One person.
That's just one man.
One person. Bob in the chat says Jeremy didn't want you guys to cover this topic. Why is that though? Yeah. I'm very curious on how Jeremy doesn't want us to cover Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, this is
like he was about to be a member or something.
Were you, Jeremy?
Right? Because this is one topic that it ties into a lot of different conspiracies.
Shit,
you know?
It takes us back to the old school conspiracies that we used to talk about. But then with the Harry Kissinger shit, it gave me new light to so much other bullshit of what, like, I don't, there's some conspiracies that I get behind and some that I won't. I try to run things off of logic a lot. But when it's all said and done, when it comes to Bohemian Grove, whatever story that ever comes out, what they do there, I don't care how extreme it is, I'm going to believe it. Because when you have people like Harry Kissinger that's there, when you have Nixon, Reagan, and whoever the hell's ever that's been playing with people's lives for decades and using money to play with people's lives, there's nothing I think there's something that going on there that we can't even imagine. Like it's way out there.
Yeah, it's something like a normal person can't even imagine what's going on, really, you know?
What they say, birds of a feather. If all these people sit in one spot, it's not good. It's horrible.
Yeah, exactly. All those people, all these powerful people, this one spot like that, talking about shit like that.
Playing
not even
games.
just in just American people. Like they had people from other nations coming in these meetings and stuff. Like it's like a whole
connection.
The whole
network.
world like connection. Like, hey, if you guys, let's pull all the strings this way, so our company can do something this way, and then we can bring the structure down and then rebuild. So like if you're thinking about like with stocks and stuff, right?
Yeah.
If they know like insider stock type of shit.
Yeah, as long as you got the insider stock, that shit is...
Now the Bitcoin shit's crazy.
Yeah, this is a whole other wave.
Yeah, now they're trying to get on this stuff now.
Before
they're scrambling to get all these people that knows a lot about cryptocurrencies. Like, hey, This is like the new wave. We need to get a hold of this shit right
They're
now.
like, fuck, these normies are taking over this
We
shit.
need to get control of this shit.
It's like they're giving it more value than like they're giving it value. We're not telling them to give it value. They're
And
doing
it's
it
all
on
a
their own.
joke.
Like,
And it's all
a joke.
And they're doing it with a dog.
Like, it's a fucking joke.
They're doing it with a dog.
What? We still got enough time left in the year. We might get something else crazy by the end
Yeah,
of it.
they're like, holy shit, they're purposely doing this. It's not even like the whole shit is a joke. They're trying to get control of the whole situation. That's what's going on.
It's like, oh my god, they're having fun with this shit.
You
This
know?
is just a game to them.
So now they're doing like another Bohemian Grove meeting and shit. They're like, hey, bankers, hey, you guys gotta fucking do something to
Infiltrate.
where it's gonna make it harder for these guys to do these type of trades or whatever.
Destabilize it, something.
Yeah. Like something is out of control. We need to get control of this because we want to control the flow of money.
Yes,
Because we're banks.
yes.
We control the flow of money. But now if we lose control of money, guess what?
And the people run that shit.
We lose control of the power. Right? Because that's what happens. If you don't control like the fucking money, you don't control the power no more.
That's literally how this country runs.
So now
Money.
it's like leaning a little bit. The power structure is leaning towards like the regular people, and they're like, holy shit, they found like a gap in the structure of how the money system is working. People are actually trying to learn about how money works and shit, and they know our structure is bullshit now. And now they're like, holy shit, we have to put a Band-Aid on this right now, ASAP. That's why they're doing all this crazy illegal shit. They're trying to do some shit with Coinbase, change Coinbase. Hey, you guys can't do some certain shit. We're going to sue you guys. So now there's a whole bunch of crazy illegal shit going on.
Hey, it's at a point now with how they I think they're starting to realize, oh fuck, like these people are starting to wake up to where they can create their own rules and give something its own worth, and we can't have them thinking outside the box. Like we gotta keep.
Yeah, because imagine, like, let's say, like, we're in Anfield, right? There's more ants than like a couple queens and kings and queens, right? Imagine the ants; they make all their own rules and shit.
Yeah, they get their own structure. Yeah.
That shit, it would fucking destroy whatever the fucking king queen like they made for us.
Yeah, in fact, they would probably.
But we have to do it together. That's the thing.
Unity.
But there's still a lot of people that's scared. Of course, a lot of people scared of that stuff. And you know they stay stuck in that same program that they built for us from the beginning, and
They can't change
as
with
long as,
time.
like, you're
they got
aware
too
of it.
comfortable. I think they got too comfortable with them being on top. They're not
we all got comfortable with that shit.
with them being on top. Or
Yeah, with them creating like our life
Oh, yeah,
structure,
for sure.
how the
Yeah.
money works, how the money flows, how
no.
yeah,
I
we all
guarantee
got
you,
used to it.
like, I don't know how much this is true, but I guarantee if you looked it up, I guarantee right now on this day in 2021, there is probably more people that got investments and shit than normal folks, normal motherfucking people that are trying to play the rich man's game now. And they're kind of challenging them at this point in any other time in history. Like, I feel like this is a challenge they never expected or not to happen too fast, but
Yeah. Yep. Bob says that blue light glasses. Yes, these blue light glasses.
yes.
I've been getting good sleep for the last 3 days. It's
real?
good. It's like I don't toss and turn. I just fall asleep. I'm gonna get sleep paralysis later. I still get sleep paralysis, but you know I pass out cold. I don't toss and turn. Like
Rolling around.
my brain just boop shut down mode.
Dude,
'Cause
that's how I've been doing lately. Some of the best sleep I've been getting in my life.
it works. I'm gonna take a quick break. We'll jump back on Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
All right, back to Bohemian.
Yeah. Oh, what I was saying before. Oh, but what was it? Oh, what I was saying before about Henry Kissinger is that the irony about this guy, he was a teenager when he escaped World War II, Nazi Germany, and then just to go around and become rich and powerful and have complete and utter control of, you know, where America wants to aim its fucking gun at to whoever they want to attack. He does the same atrocities that he was running from as a kid. It's very strange, but I don't know what happened at Bohemian Grove. Maybe I don't look. If you gonna, I think if somebody in his position could go that far and be responsible for almost like 2.5 million deaths, whatever's going on at Bohemian Grove has got to be serious. It's got to be fucking insane. Maybe they're eating souls, human souls or something. I don't know.
They probably seen some crazy shit that happens like during the ceremonies where they actually saw like gods like being present and some type of plays and shit where they believe that whatever, like, it's the higher power. They know that it's truly like a higher power that's beyond like human, like where we cannot touch and stuff. It has to be like a belief like that's that strong to where presidents, former presidents, or their presidents from other countries, you know, like top CEOs, every big person, you know, they're there for a reason because they know something is higher than all of them.
Oh yeah.
Then you know how they say you can't do networking? Of course they're doing networking.
Well, yeah.
AT&T, they're doing networking with T-Mobile. T-Mobile, Sprint's like, hey, you know, I'm about to drop our network. T-Mobile, you cool with this shit? They talked about that shit in Bohemian Grove. Like, yeah, T-Mobile, like, hey, we're cool. We're going to take over Sprint network. But you got to suck my dick. It's like that.
You got to
They do like little, like, I bet you anything, like, it's that playful like that, you know?
How badly do you want this?
Yeah, it's like, who's going to win? Like, Verizon, Sprint, AT&T? Somebody got to do it like a dick-sucking competition and shit. See who wins. And then they become like the next great network in America.
So was it like 3,
Two.
2, 1?
Yeah.
And they're just going? Like,
Yeah. AT&T. Oh, shit. AT&T's on top. Oh, Verizon's coming back on the back. The back line. T-Mobile coming up from the tail line.
here comes
Oh,
T-Mobile
last place is Sprint.
and here's Sprint dragging the rear. Like, oh, you've always been trash.
Followed by Metro PCS.
Oh. And followed by Cricket. You're like, what?
And they got Cricket finishing last place. Cricket has no place in this society.
Why is it still here? Who knows?
Verizon on top. Shell Shock, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up,
we
man?
missed you, man. Can we hug? Can we hug on screen? Shell Shock, we miss you so much, man.
Yeah, he was asking about you earlier. He's like, where's Shell Shock?
Yeah, I was asking him that. When Chris came, I was like, hey, where's Shell Shock, man? We need Shell Shock.
I was like, I think I laughed at one of his memes earlier today. I may have. I don't know.
Yeah, Shell Shock is becoming like a normal conversation. When Chris comes over, I would bring up Shell Shock.
You know, he always asks about you.
All the time.
I feel like he's asking about my wife at this point. How's your wife doing?
Hey, man, where's Shell Shock?
I'm like, she good.
Where's Shell Shock?
she doing good.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about Boost Mobile.
Oh, Boost Mobile, yeah. Shell Shock.
Boost Mobile following Cricket.
Yeah, Boost Mobile's a little bit over Cricket. Yeah, just a little bit.
But yeah, like
Twitch was
all
acting
these
out.
top companies, they go to Bohemian Grove and then they decide whatever goes with Plato, because when they're doing these ceremonies and stuff, when they're networking, it's almost like they cannot do no wrong. You know? They're like, hey, my kid for your kid. Let's let our kids fight. If whoever kids win, then I gain like control of your company.
Okay.
Like let's say AT&T. Let's just example, right? Let's say AT&T, Verizon. They're like, all right, I'm have my 3-year-old fight your 3-year-old. Right? Yeah. This is just extreme example of what goes down in Bohemian Grove.
This is the most extreme shit. All right.
If they would do shit like this to create like new, policies and companies and shit, or new,
some world changing shit.
Yeah, they'll do dumb shit like this. This is how crazy it is.
It's like simple games to us.
Simple Squid Games. Yeah.
There you go. Yes.
Okay, so they do dumb shit like this. So they're like, okay, my 3-year-old from AT&T is gonna fight your 3-year-old from Verizon.
Let's get it.
For those two kids, whichever kids die, right? Okay, the other company, they gain control over the network. So now AT&T got control over Verizon network.
Wait, so this is a fight to the death for the
kids?
Yeah,
the kids have to fight to the death.
How old are the kids?
3 years old.
Jesus. And what are they fighting with?
Claws.
Steak knife. What?
There's claws that tied up to their arms.
With rope?
Yeah.
Like bone claw?
Yeah, they're tied up to rope. And these claws, right? These razor blade claws are so fucking sharp, even God get cut.
Okay.
Yeah, sharp. It's like a what's that shit?
Adamantium?
No.
Like Wolverine?
No. What's that blade called that can cut God?
Hattori Hanzo.
Hattori Hanzo, yeah.
There you go.
There's a Hattori Hanzo blade. Where it's so fucking sharp, right? So these kids have these Hattori Hanzo blades attached to their wrists.
Okay.
So they're doing like a duel. right?
3-year-olds.
There's like AT&T and Verizon.
3-year-olds.
3-year-old kids, AT&T, Verizon, right? They have these fucking blades so sharp, right? They can like slit like beep, a little bit. You're dead.
That's it.
It cuts a whole artery. So these kids are there fighting, and then whoever loses, whatever they can gain control. Like let's say AT&T beats Verizon. Guess what? AT&T, they control the whole Verizon network.
Impossible. AT&T would never win.
This is
no, I know, I get it, but
yeah.
I'm Team Verizon on this one. I'm
imagining
I'm in the crowd like, yeah, get him, Verizon. Yeah. I'm imagining I'm there.
This is how wild this whole Bohemian Grove type situation where they can create policies for the world and stuff and
kid fight
for whoever controls Verizon or AT&T network.
There you go, cut off Jimmy's head.
That's day two because day one they give you like day one like they're speaking into like the voice of the gods or whatever, right? They're saying, hey, you guys got free range, you guys can do whatever the fuck you want. Because think about this, right? You got the presidents there, you got the top military guys there. Like who's gonna arrest who? Because there's already the top military guys.
They the police.
The police are already there. The government's there. The court is there. The judge is there. Every top level person like that can, like you cannot get in trouble. So they do this ritual and then they're saying, okay, you guys are free to do whatever you want. You cannot get in trouble here. Do whatever the fuck you want. And this is when it got crazy.
I know it.
When they were saying the whole shit, what they were seeing. Little kids getting sacrificed. They're saying they saw like kids like as young as 5 years old getting sacrificed and shit.
God damn.
Yeah, like sacrificed, skinned alive, like in front of like an audience. Like,
or they just cheering it on or some shit.
They're like, yeah,
this is what I paid for.
You missed a spot.
Sweet.
You missed a spot. Yeah, it's crazy. It's wild. What do you guys think about that?
So for 2 weeks of just fuckery, and then they go back to their normal lives. Shell Shock in the chat says, Chris and I are getting married for the tax purposes. Yeah, man. Fucking Chuck and Larry. What's that, Chuck and Larry or something? No, Chuck and Larry did it for another reason. But that's a good movie. Man.
Wild, right?
Man, that place is. The first time I think most people probably heard about this place was because of Alex Jones shit. Yeah. That was like the intro to the fuckery of elites. You'd be like, oh man, they be doing some wild shit. It is.
Yeah, speaking of elites, like I have a member list from like the beginning. So the 26th president was Theodore Roosevelt. He was one of the members in the Bohemian Grove. The 31st president, Herbert Hoover, 1913. Which later became president in 1929. He was actually like he was already chilling at Bohemian Grove, and like the thing about this is like they chill at Bohemian Grove, they talk to certain people, and they say, "Hey, like I
like
really
your politics,
I really like the way you're thinking and shit. Like, would you be cool with becoming president in 1929?" And then
I don't know. Like, you got the charisma for it.
He was like, yeah, I can become president in 1929. I'm cool. My calendar's cleared. And then guess what?
Boom.
He became the president. Herbert Hoover became the president in 1929. After he was like a member of like the Bohemian Grove in 1913. So you can get connections like that.
Coincidence? I think not.
So if you can get connection to get to Bohemian Grove, like you can become a leader.
And to them, that's just probably a game they was playing. Hey, I bet you
Squid Game.
I bet you 1 million human souls. I can make you president one day. Just stick with us, kid. We got you.
Because if you control everything, you control the whole narrative, you control the whole,
you got it. You got it all.
Come on. If you own the whole structure, like you can make anybody anything.
I think it's like the closest thing to being.
It's fucking simulated. It's crazy.
I think it's the closest thing a human can be to being a god, of just controlling the destiny of a person and making them president. Like just like how you.
All right, so the 34th president, Dwight D Eisenhower, which was a 5-star general in World War II, he became the president after he started chilling at fucking Bohemian Grove.
Hey.
The difference with him, he was a 5-star general in the military, which was I guess is a really high.
That's max level.
Yeah, that's max
No, wait,
level.
no, wait. Oh,
Is
fuck. No. Was it?
Is that not max level?
I forget. I don't know. I've been out the military. I've been out the military for like 6-7 years.
Does it go from like 5-star general to like diamond club?
Should be 5-star max. Like 5 stars. Like
Yeah, they're saying like it's really hard to get.
guys, you gotta be in it for the long haul.
Yeah, like you almost gotta die.
Yeah, or you just gotta be.
You gotta die like at least 3 times.
But even to get those positions, if even a general, I assume it has a lot to do with networking. You guys still gotta know people because it's politics in the military too. Yeah, you gotta
suck a lot up.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get to where you gotta get. So
Gotta suck a lot up.
that's not even like Bohemian Grove. That's just the military. So just to get that far,
Eat a lot of
but
groceries.
I was about to say child butt, but
Oh shit! Holy shit!
and there goes.
Are you a member or something?
No, I'm just saying.
Some
It's
things that
just-
you
I'm
say
just-
is so crazy.
No, just the extreme. Like
You gotta eat a kid butt.
I don't know. I'm just saying. We're talking
Holy
about extremes to
shit.
get in.
Automatic 5-star.
I don't know what they do.
But like
I don't
how
know.
old? How old? 1. Oh my god.
Like, Jesus.
Oh my god. Give him like the 5-star with the the shit that glows. Holographic. Give him the holographic 5 stars.
Like a Pokemon card.
That is wow. Yeah, it's rare. You come in, eat like a 1-year-old, but boom, 5-star holographic.
Holographic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Shell Shock says 5 stars is max, and a lot of these names on the list would be considered progressive presidents in the day and age. So I wonder if there's a connection.
Oh God. I hope that's not. Yeah, because what'd you say? Okay, yeah. Because Shellshock did say my boy Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah, he was. Oh man, is that how the Progressive Party started? But I'm not even gonna get to that Shellshock. I could do a whole nother topic on that. I ain't gonna go off the rails, but that would be scary as shit if that's true. If that's
What is a progressive president?
a progressive president is like further. Okay, so you got politics, right? You got centrists who basically, in my opinion, are people like Obama, Clinton's, whatever. They're like centrists, like down the middle. They can lean either way. They say they lean one way, but how they run this country and how they think and how they implement things, very centrist. Like people to the left, to me, I ain't gonna say the furthest left because you got the centrist, and then you got the left, and then from where the centrists are at, you have the right. So the right is like Trump and shit like that. The left is, let's say Obama. Fuck it. Just to simplify things, Obama's considered a left politician. Obama's considered right. The left is basically, especially the further left you go, the further left is more like, man, legalize weed, fucking all this shit. Which a lot of people from the right, when it comes to like marijuana shit, want that to happen. But as far as left is concerned, these are people that's me. I'm like so far left. I want them to legalize every drug. Motherfuckers gonna do this shit anyways. Try to help the people. Like you're creating jails for people that need help. Fucking like create a system that's gonna help these people on drugs. You're trying to criminalize people who got mental health issues.
That's what I was saying
And
too.
you got that's for the left politics that want to help these people. Far right is like throw them all in jail, fuck them, kill them, whatever the case may be.
There is people like this. They're still like, hey, I want to legalize like marijuana and stuff. And then when I said, I was like, hey, how about we just legalize all drugs?
No,
And then they look at me like I'm fucking crazy. I'm like, wait,
no.
what the fuck? Like,
I think they should legalize all of it because for one, it frees up prison. Prison to me should be for violent offenders only. But being an addict and all this shit shouldn't be like throw you in jail. People that go to jail are gonna find drugs anyway. They're gonna find it.
That's the thing.
It don't matter. This should not be a criminal offense.
That's the whole situation.
These people need help, if anything.
Right. They're gonna get drugs regardless. But like as far as like locking them up,
But you just feel like these.
what does that do?
Do you think they're gonna locking them up is gonna cure these people? No,
Being locked up, that's gonna help them?
no. It's horrible. So we're trying, but far left, like people that agree, like far left shit like that, of where, hey man, stop trying to control everybody what they do and realize there's different layers to people that need help and why they need help. You're trying to generalize as somebody who's using drugs as a criminal, but most people, it's been proven that most people that use drugs are dealing with hardships of this world that they can't deal with all the time, and so they gotta get some kind of inebriated or something to escape it just for a second. You shouldn't throw them in jail for that shit. They need to.
Right.
Is there any kind of plan to help these people's situations get better? Like I'm not seeing anything going for it. Like you gotta start from
There you go.
you gotta move in that direction. And I feel like the left does that. The right
you lock them up, but you can't help them.
And then once you get locked up, that shit ruins your life because then it's next thing you know what, when you get out, you can't find a job.
It gets harder.
It gets harder. It's harder too.
And harder.
And next time you stuck in the system, and then you can't conform. And you got motherfuckers saying, "Man, I don't care if I go back." Da da da. Like they get that mindset, like this is what they gave them a chance in the first place. So why should they care? So me being left leaning in politics, I'm like, yo, clean this mess up. Like these people that got problems, jail's
It's
not
so
for
hard
them.
to clean all the whole
It's
shit
very
up
hard.
because all of it, both sides has to be re-educated and everything.
Yeah, it really is. Or they got to do a system of where you keep people like the Henry Kissingers or the Nixons or the Reagans, if that's in the Bohemian Club, keep these motherfuckers out from becoming president or running positions of any power because that's when human lives become, as I always say, in America, a human life in a lot of ways is just you're a customer. You're a customer first and a citizen second, especially as soon as you turn 18. And that social security number of yours becomes a nice little barcode for you where you track where you doing everything you do. Your life has a price tag on it, and you need to make. Look, ain't nobody trying to take care of you out here. And places like that, Bohemian Grove that exist, they allow the rich and the powerful to keep this system keep going and keep them on top. Shit, they're trying to control the power structure within their own damn Bohemian Grove. Imagine how they're trying to control it within America, with all on the world scale, of how they're trying to make it so hard for people just to reach a level of like even just live comfortably. This shit's all run off of that. They don't want nobody. They don't want nobody to make it.
They really don't want people to like think on their own, like think that they can actually do it on themselves.
Yeah.
So they make them think like they need help the whole time, like they need government help.
Yeah.
Like that's like the one thing. Like I will never want to live where I think I need help from something else,
And I get that.
But I know like it hits a lot of people differently where they say, "Hey, I need the help." I understand that too, but like to me, it's very complicated how they're doing this whole way they're structuring the whole system. Like as far as who need help, who doesn't need help, and shit.
Yeah.
Like I can't really explain how they would fix like this type of shit. But to me, I always think that it comes down to the individual at the end of the day.
On some level, I think it's a responsibility on both sides.
Yeah, at some level, but it's still the majority. It comes down to the individual if they want to actually get the type of help, because like I'm looking at this like a barbarian level. I'm looking at through a barbarian level. Like I'm saying, if you have 2 hands, 2 feet, you can do work, you can do shit, you can learn, you can do shit. You can make the change on yourself. You shouldn't have to rely on like
Does he see from
like a government and shit.
So you see like on a very basic level.
Yeah, I'm seeing on the most basic level. Like
if you're physically capable of,
if you're physically, exactly. That's how I see it. Like if you can do that, like you have no excuse. If you don't want to do it, then that's on your own character. Like you're lazy. Like that's how I see it. Like you don't want to do it. If you don't want to do it because you want somebody else to do it for you, then I'm like, okay, this is different. It makes the whole structuring shit difficult because some people, they feel like they deserve like somebody to always help them all the time. Yeah. And to me, I don't see it like that because the way I was raised was different.
Yeah.
You got 2 hands, 2 feet. You can do shit. Like fucking do it. Don't complain. Whatever. If you're working under somebody, that's not your company. Work under that company. Like do your shit. If that's your own company, then hey, okay, you can set your own rules.
Yeah.
It's like that. Like if you're working for any company, you can't complain. You work for McDonald's, you work for AT&T, you work for Google. You're still working under somebody. You're playing under their rules and shit.
Everybody has a boss. What does it say?
Yeah, until you build your own company where you can be the boss.
So Shock in the chat says, "Oh boy, I could do a call-in and do a whole breakdown of a lot of this. That real shit. That's a whole podcast in and of itself. Of this,
yeah.
I think there's layers to it. I think some people need to take responsibility for themselves, but at the same time, there is a very fucking lopsided system in this country. But All in all, I do think a lot of that shit may come from Bohemian Grove and how certain people are able to live a certain way. I've seen both sides to where when I lived in Colorado for 9 years, I've seen how people out there live. I'm like, holy shit, these high schools look like fucking college campuses. And then when I go back and look at places like where we went to high school at, like Moore High School, where I was in classrooms where I was sharing desk with people in one class, and the next class I'll be sharing a book with somebody. Moore High School is overcrowded. I think there may have been like 500 students over the limit at times. But it's weird. So it does show that there's different places get different types of funding. Is it based off of race? Is it based off of a lot of shit? Who knows? But I do think a lot of that shit comes from Bohemian Grove, where these motherfuckers is like, that's like, look. I asked the question of this: what minorities are in the Bohemian Grove as far as people running this shit? I don't know anybody black in this shit. I don't know anybody Asian in this shit. Like Hispanic, Mexican, like this is white dudes running this shit. So of course they're gonna run shit in the way that they want to run. They're not gonna let anybody else.
You mean aliens?
Oh, alien! Oh, and then an alien comes in, and then an alien comes in too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you
I'm
mean
just saying,
aliens? Yeah.
Just saying, if the shit's ran that way, where they play with people's lives, and you got people like Henry Kissinger, I'm gonna keep nailing this in, that is gonna end lives. Then
Shelf Shots in the chat says you should see the high schools here in Texas. Beautiful. Arizona was garbage. It was based off of a lot of factors.
Yeah. Certain areas don't get that type of response. And
how is Arizona garbage? I would always imagine Arizona to be like one of those states that's untouched.
No.
As far as like being touched by commercialized.
Oh no, that's just heavy out there.
Companies and stuff. Like I would think like it's the most untouched state.
Are you talking about as far as like Tesla stepping
landmark,
in?
Yeah, like McDonald's or whatever stepping in. Like I know McDonald's there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but for example,
I'm talking like big companies like going in and just taking over the whole land and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well that work. I only been to Arizona like 3-4 times, and I went during the winter. Weather was perfect, but other than that, I don't really know. The only thing I know about Arizona is that I think they try to get rid of like Martin Luther King Day one time, which I think that is.
Wasn't that like everywhere though?
No, that was I think Arizona. I think John McCain. I think was one who was trying to, I think John McCain was trying to get rid of it. But I'm like this. I don't give a fuck if they came up with a KKK Day and it was gonna be on a Monday. Look, I don't like KKK. They're horrible people. But who the fuck does not want a Monday off? I'm sorry. Like
so you're all about
that's like the most extreme.
You're all about
level.
Getting days off.
I'm like this. But if you're like, man, I don't want no if you're out here saying like you don't want no Martin Luther King Day because it's that and the third, you wanted to sacrifice a fucking federal holiday for it. That's a new level of racism. That is the most bizarre level of it. Everybody wants a day off. I don't care who you are. If you want to get rid of a holiday because a black dude, there's a problem with you. And I remember Arizona was running that shit. At least they was trying to get rid of Martin Luther King Day. That's so strange to me.
Shell Shock says, he says, nah, big companies are making a huge push. Google and Amazon and others are taking over. Arizona is the last frontier, basically. That's what I was thinking. Like Arizona was like the last place where
untouched
people would fuck with. But now, what Shell Shock is saying, like now that big companies are moving into that place, and that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a whole shift.
On that side of the world, it's like they already got Cali, Wyoming, Washington.
What?
No, they like on that side of the world, within the West Coast, they already got Cali, Wyoming, Washington.
Yeah.
They're gonna just keep moving over. They slowly spread the influence.
Now they're gonna get Arizona
because they're in Texas now. They already got Texas. Like they took that shit.
The one big thing with Arizona that I want to fly out there just to go visit to feel the energy and stuff is Sedona, Arizona.
Oh.
Which is known to have like that crazy energy, almost like you're in a different reality. You're in some type of vortex and shit.
Hey man,
I want to visit that place. Yeah, I wanna see how it is. I want to feel that shit. So hopefully, like whatever Shell Shock is talking about, how the big companies are coming in. Hopefully, when I go out there, the companies haven't infiltrated the whole area in Arizona yet.
It's too late. I feel like at this point you gotta go to the moon. If you're trying to find something, like I feel like so much land is being filled right now.
Yeah, because I know like one of the sacred lands would be like in Arizona, the untouched lands and stuff where it's sacred and the people they try to keep that shit safe, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Where they do their crazy wild psychedelic trips.
Yeah, like before they take that shit over, and I'm starting to realize more and more we're running out of land here. Did you know? I just found this out last week. They are rebuilding Mar High School, and it's fucking massive, and they're moving it like a block from my parents' house.
Whoa,
and it is huge as shit.
That's cool.
Like but the area that they're building it in. And I took a picture of it. I'll send it to you.
When he say Mara High School, this is the high school that we went to.
No, sorry. Yeah, this is the high school that we used to go to. Our old high school is about to be obsolete. In fact, my original elementary school that I used to go to was East Clayton. They turned it to some kind of art school or some shit now. And they moved it a block down the street from my parents' house. And now they're building Mar High School next to it. And that's new Mar High School looks like Hartsfield. They have parking garage.
That big.
They have parking garages in this high school. Why didn't have that shit? What do we have, like trailers and shit?
What the fuck? There's a parking garage.
They're building a fucking parking garage, and like you can see where this is the school.
I would imagine like school in the future, everything is done online now. With the whole COVID push and stuff, I would think like, okay, schools are gonna implement like an online structure.
They're trying to go back to normal,
as opposed to like a physical structure.
They're talking about trying to bring people back to the CDC next month. Like they're trying to get things back to normal, but it's getting kind of weird though.
My job is mandating that shit. They said, "Hey, December deadline."
Mine too.
Yeah,
mine too. I think the deadline is.
But I'm gonna get around it.
Man, why you gonna say that shit like
on camera?
I know for some places that all federal jobs right now are saying by November 22nd deadline. That is it. Mm-hmm. If you don't, but you and God better be like this, son. Or
that's so crazy, man. What do you think of all that? Like. Do you think that's like a crime against humanity? Like we're playing the card game right now.
It's worse shit that's happened out there than this. This is nothing.
It is nothing, but still, it's
I don't agree with them
doing the whole forcing that shit. Like, come on, man.
I'm mixed about it. I've been mixed about this whole COVID shit from day one. It's proven to be a problem, but at the same time, it's.
You know why it's spreading again right now?
What?
You know why?
Wind.
You know why? Like
no. I really don't. That's why I say wind. I don't know. I really don't know. Wind.
Here's the reason why it's spreading again now, because the people who's getting vaccine shots, right? They think they're cool. They don't have to walk around with no mask on. Guess what? They're spreading that shit again.
I'm hearing. Do you know what? That's not for somebody.
No,
who's
this
vaccinated?
is what I'm thinking. Why it's spreading again? Why would it not be spreading again?
Only because no reason why I don't think it. But motherfuckers ain't wearing a mask. That's literally what it is. Because people who are vaccinated, in the beginning, they did. I remember this vividly in the very beginning when they're saying like, "Hey, you know what? You got the COVID shot. I mean, the COVID vaccination shot. You ain't gotta wear a mask no more." And then a couple weeks later, they're telling everybody, "Hey, mask up again." And I'm like, and my job has to go based off of what the fuck their moves that they're making. My job is literally based off of that. Wherever I'm seeing on the news and they're saying something, Fauci, whoever's saying what the fuck move they making, my job is right behind that shit because I'm working at the damn, ground zero for a lot of this shit. So which way the wind blows, we right behind it. I don't know. At this point, it seems to me where they don't like they're starting to figure out COVID a lot more and more as time goes on. But in the beginning, it's like, hey, you got the vaccine? Hey, you guys don't wear a mask. Nobody was wearing a mask. They got vaccine shots. Now there's like now they want to change it to where they're telling people wear the mask. Then everybody got vaccination shots. Even me, I got mine. I'm masked the hell up all the time. But everywhere I go, and I start finding out people the ones who are not vaccinated, are the ones who don't want to wear the mask. I'm with this. If you don't want to take the vaccination shot, don't fucking take it. But we can't pretend like COVID is not a real thing because at this point we can all agree that COVID is real. I don't give a fuck if you think it's from China, which I think is a horrible thing to say. Because in crazy ass America, when you try to put blame on a location of where it came from, America is gonna start looking at people that from China. They should never said China in the first place. But
no,
what's up?
It did came from China.
But even if that's the case,
it came from the Wuhan lab. For sure.
But what I was saying is, it doesn't matter to me where it comes from. The thing is, the shit exists, and
Of course it's real. The only thing I'm saying is why there's a spread again is because people who got the vaccine, they think they're okay to walk around with no mask on, and then they're completely spreading that shit around again. So now people are affected again.
Wait, so who are the people not wearing masks then? The people that are vaccinated?
No, this is what I'm saying. The people who are getting vaccinated, they think it's okay to walk around with no mask. Even like, let's say they're vaccinated, but let's say they have the COVID virus. Mm-hmm. They're walking around doing normal stuff, right?
No mask.
No mask. They're doing everything normal.
I disagree with that.
It's spreading it.
The people that still wear masks are the ones that are vaccinated. I'm telling you, it's not a weird flip of, if anything.
I'm saying, why is the everything is going up now? Why is everything going up?
Because people ain't wearing masks.
There you go.
And people that aren't,
that's what I'm saying.
So, but you say the people that don't wear a mask are the ones who are not vaccinated. Oh, the ones who are vaccinated.
Look, you got to look at this like common sense, like
like
minus all the science shit. Look,
I'm not even talking about science shit.
Let's say like you're vaccinated, right? Let's say like you can still spread the shit, but you're vaccinated, and then you think, okay, you're cool, like you cannot spread this shit. So you walk around public. Let's say 100,000 people is like this. They all got vaccinated. It's like, okay, cool, I'm vaccinated. I can't spread this shit. So they all walk around no mask. And they're the one that's spreading this shit.
That makes no sense.
How does that not make sense?
The reason why it doesn't make sense is because these people, like myself, who got vaccinated, if we trust in science, that means from day one we was masking up. Then at one point they stopped wearing masks, and when they was told to wear masks again, these people are following what Fauci or the scientists are saying to wear a mask. It's everybody else who wasn't with this shit in the beginning with, whether they don't want to wear it. It's always contrarian in a weird way. You got some people who are just for the simple fact that, man, they're telling me to wear a mask. I'm not going to wear a mask. And that's just the bottom line, that some people just don't want to wear the mask. My thing is that the piece you're blaming on people who got vaccinated, but they're literally following what people are telling them to do.
No, I'm not blaming unvaccinated people. I'm saying, what's the rise of this whole COVID shit? Why is it rising again?
Because people ain't wearing masks and people still partying.
There you go. You just said it. Because people aren't wearing masks. They're spreading that shit again.
But you're saying who is not wearing a mask though?
Chris.
That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Look. The reason why it's going up, why? Because people who are vaccinated, they think that they can walk around with no mask on.
And that's what I'm saying. That's not true. That's you're saying.
Okay, then why is it higher now? That's what I'm saying.
So because people aren't wearing masks, what you're saying is because people who are vaccinated aren't wearing masks. Why is it? What you're not saying is
it was lower, but then why did it rise again?
See, what you're not doing is that you're not saying that, hey, people who are not vaccinated are not wearing masks. That's what you're not saying. You're saying that people who are vaccinated are not wearing masks. I'm saying people who aren't vaccinated are still not wearing masks. So the people who are vaccinated are still wearing masks because we're following this shit beat for beat. Taking the shot, taking everything. Why is it like, I'm like this, if you don't want to take the shot, don't take the shot, but still mask up. The thing is though, the people that don't want to take the shot don't want to mask up.
I mask up. I don't care. I mask up. To me, it's not a big deal. I'm just saying, what is the reason behind COVID cases going up now? Hey, Tell me what is the difference that's happening right now?
Was it Delta variant?
Why is the COVID cases going up? That's all I'm saying. Chris, you're fighting me on something completely different.
No. What were you saying before that? It was vaccinated people not wearing masks. Did you say like...
Here's my theory. I'm telling you my theory on why the COVID cases are going up again.
Okay.
It's because once they started implementing like the COVID like vaccines, right? I'm saying the people who are taking shots, let's say a lot of them are saying like, oh, they're cool. They can walk out in public and not wear masks anymore. And that's why it's spreading again. That's why the COVID cases are going up. Because they think like they're cool because all the information is not clear. So they think like they get the vaccine, like they're clear to fucking go out in public with no mask. Mm-hmm. That's why they're spreading the COVID cases. That's why it's going up. This is my theory of why it's going up.
And then I give you my theory on why that's not the case. But
so why is it going up then, Chris?
Motherfuckers ain't wearing a mask. But
there you go. Because motherfuckers are not wearing masks. Even if you're vaccinated, unvaccinated, why are you not wearing the mask? Now it's going up.
That's not how you're wording it. I listen to this again. That's not how you're wording it, and that's why I'm saying what you're saying is not exactly right. Like I get what you're saying. We agree on the whole people not masking up, but you're still.
This is why this is a separation that's going to separate us because of this bullshit, dude.
No,
I'm telling you right now.
We still here. We still.
Yeah, this is why like the humans are separated because of this crap, this fucking whole COVID shit. The reason why it's going up, why? Because no one's masking up. Why? Because they think they're fucking cured. They know if they don't mask up, let's say, they're spreading shit. Okay, now it's going up. Okay, why? Why is it going up? It's common sense, dude. I don't know if it's so crazy.
I don't know if everybody's getting where I'm coming from, but listen to this shit again. I'm not losing my mind on this.
I'm not losing my mind over this. This is crazy.
Oh, shit. Okay, guy. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off the back shit.
If anything, like you were supposed to get this shit from me, man. I'm out there, like.
But you've been masking up.
Still,
so exactly. So it becomes a thing of anti-maskers.
Okay, let me tell you, I haven't been masking up. I have been eating in my hands, everything, whatever. I never got sick.
I'm glad I got the fucking shot then. Shit. I'm so glad I got juiced up then.
If anything, you were supposed to get this shit from me from the beginning because I'm in the public.
I trusted you though. Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought you was messed up, bro.
Man, it's so crazy. Why are we even arguing about this?
Because I love you.
Dude. It's so crazy. Like
it's the world we live in.
Why you?
I know, no, it's not why it's just the way the world is, and that's all it is.
I'm picking the common sense side. I know shit about fucking politics. I'm picking the common sense. Like, okay, why is it coming up again?
I'm trying to back here. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm done with it because I see the wording and what it said.
Yeah, re-listen to it. I'm not trying to say nothing from fucking a far end, whatever. But if you think I'm from one side or the other, I'm coming from a common sense side.
I never thought that with you. I'm just explaining.
I know shit about fucking politics. I'm just trying to figure this shit out, like from like a normal human, you know, like trying to understand this from a normal human perspective. Like, what the fuck is going on? If it's going up again, like, okay, you gotta backtrack. What the fuck is happening? Why is it going up again? Okay, people are not masking it up no more. You know, people are not wearing masks anymore because they think like, okay, they got the vaccine, they're okay now. So they walk out in public with no mask. And guess what? Let's say they're infected and they're spreading this shit because they think like they're okay. And I'm like, okay, that might be a reason why this shit is going up again. Would that not be a reason why shit is going up again? I was cool with the whole mask shit. Everybody fucking mask up, let the shit die out. But now they're bringing the vaccine now. They get the vaccine shot. They're like, okay, you're cool. You can get a mask up, whatever. So I was like, okay, then that might be a reason why this shit went back up again. Because they thought that shit was A-okay.
That was a long time ago, though.
Yeah, but think about it. Cases are going up. And then you have to think, okay, what happened?
And you're saying that, okay, from your logical perspective, I see where you're coming from, where people get vaccinated, kind of like, man, I can't catch COVID no more. Fuck it. I ain't wearing no mask.
Right.
From my logical standpoint, where I'm coming from is that the motherfuckers who didn't even believe in COVID in to begin with have now transformed to people who don't even want to take the shot, who have now become people that are they're not even wearing a mask. They weren't trying to get with this shit to begin with. So why are they trying to get with it now? Like these people who aren't with the mask, and not these same people who are not down to wear a mask.
So they're the ones spreading.
Are the same people who don't want to take the shot. There's no trickery. There's no nothing. That's literally the correlation to it. The motherfuckers who are not down to wear the mask. These Karens that run out here and not want to wear a mask. All these motherfuckers out here who don't want to wear a mask. It's constantly spreading out to where we have a Delta variant. And that's the reason why I was very sketchy on this shot in the first place. But when this Delta variant started coming up, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Because if people are not going to try to look out for each other, then I need to look out for me. I'm going to get this shot. I'm rolling the dice on it because I'm not expecting anybody to wear a mask or even want to get conformed because there's so many people contrarian in this country that's always going to fight the other side, even when public health is at risk. And so
I get it. Yeah. Those people that's hard-headed, they think like it's not real. They think like they should never wear a mask even when they're sick and shit. Mm-hmm. I understand that point. Like I'm sick of that shit too. I'm sick of the people that they think like they really know, like, you know, they're trying to say this shit don't exist, it's fake, whatever. They just walk around, do whatever, even when they're sick.
Yeah, I think we're past that point.
I'm disgusted at that
I think
shit.
we're past that point of...
That's why I was cool with the whole mask shit.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter, like, if you're sick or not, whatever, wear the fucking mask. Like, especially if you're in public around people.
Yeah, that's
You
fine.
know? I was always cool with that shit.
Mask up.
It was no big deal to me. You know, I fucking survived that shit.
Man,
I was in there in the beginning.
And we still here?
That was day one. I watched people die around me. That's how crazy it was.
Dude, yeah. Bro.
Yeah, I knew people that died from that shit. I
know people that it's been rough.
Yeah, I know how it is. But to me, I was like, okay, why is there a rise now?
So okay, I see.
That's the only thing I'm thinking of. It's like, okay, the people that got the vaccine shot, they think they're cool, and now they can just walk around with no mask. So now they're spreading that shit again. That's why I was like, okay, that's why it might be rising again, because it doesn't make no sense for it to go up. What would be the only other reason for it to go up?
Take it from somebody who is vaccinated, right? So, look, I can't say for anybody else, but for me personally, I stay masked up. In fact, I'm going to a wedding the end of this month, and I bought a mask online that would match my outfit for the wedding because I like to accessorize. So if you don't think people that got vaccinated don't like to wear masks, I'm one who likes to wear it because I've been wanting to be a superhero since I was a kid. Mask up, let's go. I'm ready. I have no problem with it. I don't care how much. Yeah, I don't care how much carbon monoxide I breathe in.
It was never a big deal to me with the whole mask shit. Like,
the mask just.
If it helps, it helps. Like, fuck. Like, I don't care. Yeah. Like, I'd rather fucking wear a mask than get a shot.
Yeah. I get it. I've taken so many shots, I ain't no telling what the fuck rolling in my body.
All right, guys. We're almost at the 2-hour mark, and I got to use the restroom.
Me too.
So we're going to end this episode. We'll catch you guys next week for episode number 76.
Yes.
Peace out, guys. Adios. Oh, shit. Adios, guys.
See you guys.